Hello, my dear Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. I'm Michaela. Welcome to my astrology channel, Today Energy. And this video is a monthly astrological forecast for you for the upcoming months of July. Now, July promises to be a quite exciting month, I believe, because the planet of thinking and communication, Mercury, is very fast on the sky, moves super quickly. After in last month it was retrograding and slow, and now it makes a lot of aspects with other planets, so we are mentally stimulated. We want to move, travel, learn, study, share knowledge and meet other people. So I think you would like it. But at the same time we have a big influence, kind of a pushy energy by the planet Pluto. Pluto is active in July as well. At the end of the month, it's quite an interesting period because we have re-triggered the energy we felt through 2021. Always on the background, in lesser or bigger extent, of course, depends personally each of us, but that was this big square between your ruler, Uranus, and your actually old traditional ruler, Saturn. And while Uranus, if I have briefly to explain this energy, Uranus wanted and still wants freedom, independence, quantum leap into the future, being unique and self-reliant. Saturn is much more cautious, slow. Saturn wants stability, security, taking care of responsibilities, dealing with obstacles, regulations, restrictions, the past, and traditions. So a little bit of opposite energies, right? And that's why the square was so intense. We will feel it now here in July. And for the last time, this energy will be with us September, October this year. So whatever happens to you in July or you feel internally, this process will likely culminate or come to a closure, resolution, decisions after this autumn, okay? So let's start from the beginning. On the 2nd of July, we have a quite intense day because Mars in Aries squares Pluto in Capricorn. And of course, those are two aggressive planets, frankly. And Mars is more about immediate action in your third house, so quite a lot of info and communication and moving around. And Pluto is way more like holding, piling up grudges, fears, suspicions, being offenses, and finally, being poked by Mars, Pluto also can explode. And then it's like this mushroom cloud, really, right? So Pluto is in your 12th house. And here we can talk about some inner tension for you, inner feeling of dissatisfaction, irritation, kind of on the first side, unreasonable, illogical doubts, fears. Maybe you feel controlled, possessed, right? Those are the qualities of Pluto, and it's not very certain by whom and what. So it comes from your subconscious. But here Mars is the information around you, the people around you, your closest environment that can trigger you. Of course, every square, every position on the sky comes to teach us something. It's not just to upset us or provoke. Here can be provoked your anger. So it's important in a healthy way to express your concerns and irritation and anger and fears. So definitely moving, exercising, going on to a nature trips, sharing with people, sharing with psychologists. Yeah, Pluto in the 12th house can be really wise, spiritual people who can help you deal with this kind of inner poison, which is subconscious. So that's why you can't see it. It's like your blind spot. But you have to deal with it because Pluto also can present you with big power and self-control. But it's important not to fear it. You have to be careful these days on the road as well. Pretty active days if we talk about relocation, moving, emigration, travels somewhere abroad, overseas. maybe big financial possibilities, big deals. If you plan to work with a international company, for instance, Pluto is always about business and huge finances. So you might strike some profitable good deals in this sense, or work from home. The same day we're lucky because Mercury in Gemini, very happy in its own sign, trines your ruler Saturn in Aquarius in your first house. So that brings you rationality, cool-headedness, pulling yourself together despite all this kind of verbal turmoil, because Mars in third house can be quite verbally aggressive. Maybe there will be some provocations, whether towards you from internet, from social media, on the road. Some other drivers might swear you or something like this. But it's important to stay cool, okay, Aquarius? You can do that. Rational, practical approach. And in this case, maybe you will be helped by your children or by your loved one who will support you, as well as maybe your hobbies. Your hobbies or your business can prosper as well. You might receive some inspiration, some great personal inspiration, or inspire others. On the 5th, the tension goes down, thanks God, because Mars leaves the fiery Aries and goes into way more rooted, earthy Taurus. Taurus for you is your fourth house, and wherever Mars goes, there go our ambitions and drive and motivation to do things physically even. So maybe you are starting some home repairments work, or you will enjoy the DIY, do-it-yourself stuff, like playing a little engineer at home. Of course, be careful with sharp objects, yeah, because Mars can mean injuries and cuts and so on. Arguments as well. Mars can bring this time arguments to your home environment with your parents and so on, some kind of irritation. But it's the best to use this energy to exactly be active about your place of living or in your place of living, like doing some sport at home, for instance. The same day, 5th of July, Mercury goes into Cancer, and on the 18th, Venus as well moves into Cancer. This is your 6th house. So there will be a lot of contracts, documents, communications, maybe deals, doing deals and signing contracts at work with colleagues, with employees, maybe moving the office, changing the computers, the keyboards, the gadgets at your workplace. And Venus, of course, can bring you money from your work, or you would invest money into your work or into your health. You will be reading a lot about health, doing exercises, travel to join some group of, let's say, yoga. You might meet some pleasant people, friends, or even your love, either at work or maybe in some health facility. Maybe you will be traveling for work. But work promises to be also quite pleasant this month. On the 9th, we have an agitated day. Mercury squares Jupiter. Mercury is the brain, the thoughts, right? So Jupiter brings this huge, optimistic, expansive ideas, a lot of desire to meet people, to chat with them, to share your ideas and knowledge. That's great. You can learn a lot, especially concerning your work skills. Mercury is in your 6th house, Jupiter in your 3rd house. So maybe we're talking about business trip or something related to business vehicle, business car that you can drive, work meetings, repairing a car, expanding, buying a bigger car, for example, or meeting with neighbors, siblings, local community in the neighborhood. On the 13th, we have a full moon at 21 degrees of Capricorn, and that's your 12th house. There is Pluto, right? So full moon is like a huge torch, sea beacon that shines the light on this area of life. And this is your past, your emotional world, your subconscious. Aquarius generally is a very rational, cool-headed character that likes to relate to others as friendly as possible, but not take everything to heart, not to be too involved emotionally. But here, this full moon asks you to dig deep inside of you, to see what you have to leave behind. Maybe it's some old bad habits, self-destructive patterns of behavior, smoking, drinking. Maybe you have to quit some people, relationships. 12th house is about endings. But also it's about foreign lands, exotic countries. So maybe this full moon finally makes clear your travel plans for holidays, for relocation, business with international company, or work from home office, from kind of sort of isolation. Last but not least, it's about your mental health. So mental, emotional health. So maybe you are achieving here. Full moon is usually culmination. So maybe you finally have your breakthrough and success from working with your psychologist, therapist, guru, spiritual teacher, and you feel like liberated and free. The same day, Venus from your 5th house trines your traditional ruler Saturn in 1st, which brings you a lot of joy, pleasure, yourself. You feel beautiful, charming, diplomatic, so that can enhance your love life and communication, and also just do things you love doing, like hobbies, or really go to holidays or have some romantic meetings. On the 16th, we have a conjunction of Mercury and the Sun. This is called the Kazimi moment, so the very minute is very important. I live in Bulgaria, so for me it happens at 10:15 p.m. on the 16th. That's Eastern European Daylight Saving Time. So maybe you would like to check this hour and minutes for your time zone. Because it's a time when Mercury is like on a private audience with the king, the ruler of the universe, because Sun is in, like we now we know that we spin around the Sun. Before, ancient astrologers thought that the Sun is just one more planet that spins around us, the Earth. Nevertheless, they always believed it's the most important planet because it gives light, warmth, and hence life. So, and yeah, Mercury just can pass us the important messages from the gods, from the universe, on the 16th in the evening. Yeah, it happens in your 6th house, so those can be insights, revelations, plans regarding your work and your health, as well as your daily activities, tasks, obligations, responsibilities, your daily routine, but of course health and work most importantly. So it's just nice to on this hour to be at least in a quiet place, relaxed, meditating, or just listening to your thoughts, writing down in a diary, so you can better hear the message from the universe. On the 18th, Mercury opposes Pluto. On the 20th, the Sun does the same. Those are tough days. We already know that Pluto is a powerful, intense planet. Those are days of passion, but also of confrontations. We might feel like me against the system, because Pluto can be the business, the government, the bank, tax office, anything too big for us to fight it alone. But also it can be moments of revelation of the truth, because as Pluto hoards kind of some information, secrets and so on, at the end of the day it reveals it all, because it's like a poison that can poison us from inside unless we let it go and face it. And then it becomes our greatest power. So here, in your case, we're talking about 6th, 12th house. Certainly it's about health. Be careful not to burn out those days. It can be a psychosomatic, so pay attention to the signals of your body, because whatever you feel physically might be connected to some emotion or past memory. So that's why it's so important to work with your subconscious. Great timing to release finally some addictions and bad habits. And balance. You have to balance the daily life, the physical, and the mystical and spiritual, and having a retreat, isolation, and taking good care of yourself, like on a spa, for example, or a retreat. Also, it's kind of a culmination moment, because when it's an opposition of two planets, it means that it's a peak of a process that started when these two planets were conjunct. Mercury and Pluto conjunct 3 times this winter, because Mercury was retrograding over Pluto, so going back and forward. So that was December 2021, January and February 2022. So whatever plans you had back then, or whatever activity you started related to work, related to physical or emotional health, maybe spirituality, maybe relocation, immigration, or maybe just you started repairing your home, your kitchen, or your car, because sixth house is also about the duties we have to serve, help ourselves or society. So all those ideas or processes or projects can come to an end or clarity, culmination point right now. Then on the 19th, Mercury already moves into Leo, and 22nd, the Sun follows as well into Leo. Wow, that's beautiful. That's your 7th house, and Sun is the ruler of your partners. Sun rules Leo. So partners are very cheerful, very generous, very happy, very chatty and talkative. You can discuss a lot of ideas with your partners. You can travel together. You can meet new people. You can sign some great positive, profitable documents, agreements, and so on. You can receive good advices from your counselors. You can have a lot of clients, happy clients. So that's a great time for partnerships. 25th, great day. Venus squares Jupiter. Those are two benefic planets, so they promise always something good. But in this case, because it's a square, it's still a tense aspect that provokes us to act, but we might be over the top, because Jupiter knows no limits and wants expansion and a lot of good stuff, like Venus, right? And of course, we can talk here about pleasures, fun, travels, and here 6th, 3rd house. So plenty of communication, information, maybe about work, maybe about, it might be this kind of, how it's called, a business party, right? Or it can be a business trip. It can be a team building somewhere, meeting someone, maybe new, positive, exciting employees, employers, colleagues. Great time to join some group of people who do some healthy exercises and routine. From the 26th to the 31st, Mercury, passing through Leo, squares several planets in another fixed sign, that's Taurus. So first Mercury squares Mars, then Uranus, and then Rahu, the north karmic lunar node. So there is a lot of action in your 4th house, Aquarius. Karmic lunar node pointing you the focus of the development for this year and a half, and that's family and home, or home business, or work from home, or dealing with property. At the same time, Uranus is here trying to shake up your foundations, renovate your home. Maybe you need to introduce some gadgets at home, like when you clap and curtains are opening and closing, or music starts playing whenever you click with your fingers, right? Something new, something modern. Maybe it's about buying an apartment, a flat in a 50th floor of some skyscraper, or move somewhere, right? Rahu is exotic. Rahu is about excitement, as well as Uranus, and now Mars is pushing as well, a lot of energy there, like go, 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 come on, you can do it. You can install some new installations at home, you can repair your electric wires and so on, but here be careful please. You can buy yourself this home in Thailand, for instance, right? And Mercury in 7th is the partners, whether your spouse, so maybe here it's like a little bit of tension, like do your partners want to move with you? Are they actually pushing you to do the step and to move into a new home away from your old families? Maybe it's not partner like a spouse, but maybe we're talking here about potential buyers who want to buy or sell you a property. Maybe it's a real estate agent who is giving you some very interesting, unique ideas of how you can invest in property, maybe with cryptocurrency or something super mega modern. Of course, also it can be a little bit of confrontation between a partner and parents, for example, or family. On the 31st, we have Uranus conjunct Rahu, which is like a really a possibility for a quantum leap into the future, in your case into your future family and home. For the whole world is more about food supplies, goods, supply chain, land and currency. But for you it's like ending everything old that was keeping you back. But at the same day, at the same very day, Mercury opposes Saturn. So we have this like a triangle figure on the sky. The base is the opposition, where you have to find the balance between Mercury 7th house and Saturn 1st house, right? So it's me and the others, me and the partners. And this T-square. The tension usually goes out of this pressure cooker through the apex, through this upper point. In your case, it's Taurus, is your 4th house. So it's about choosing where and how you will live and what kind of a family you want to have. Maybe Uranus and Rahu are like, no traditional family, please, let's do it like, I don't know, let's live in Vegas, in Nevada or something like this. Let's combine the office and the home at the same time. But here it's all about like you and partner. And by the way, the partner is the one who gives this progressive, let's say, ideas, while you are represented by Saturn, who wants stability, security. Saturn doesn't want to rush. Saturn is about building your foundations brick by brick, step by step, being careful, being cautious. Unfortunately, Saturn is like a bit of a party pooper as well. So it's introducing doubts, self-doubts, fears. Should I move on? But yeah, I probably tend to be a bit more in this case, even though Uranus and you, Aquarius, are more rebellious generally, and you are about the social development in future and the greatest good of everyone. But in this case, Saturn in 1st house is like self-discipline and self-imposed regulations. Maybe it's the health. Saturn in 1st asks you to take good care of your body, of your health, of your foundations and stability, basically. But don't worry, the resolution might come finally after the final Saturn-Uranus square, September, October, after this autumn. So no need to rush with decisions yet. On the 28th, we have a new moon at 5 degrees of Leo, and that's your 7th house. So new possibilities for relationships, new partnerships, new deals, new offers, new love maybe for some of you, right? Or new stage of development of your old relationship. This new moon conjunct Ceres, the asteroid of nurturing, of family, home, coziness, motherhood, taking care of someone, maybe your partner. And it trines Jupiter, which gives it optimism, hope, and faith and enthusiasm. Besides this, Jupiter in this moment is stationed to go retrograde. Jupiter is stopped on the sky from the 26th of July till the 1st of August. So the whole public attention is to Jupiterian topics. Like in the public space, it can be about court, trials, legal matters, justice, travels, international affairs, about the war maybe because it's in Aries. In your case, it's third house, so it's about vehicles. Maybe you need a bigger one, a bigger vehicle, traveling somewhere, relocation, courses, knowledge, meeting people from abroad possibly. And Jupiter itself rules your 11th and 2nd house. So of course these days your attention will be also towards your friends, group projects, your own hopes, dreams and wishes, and money and finances for all of this, I guess. Work and money. So dear Aquarius, that's how July looks like for you. Thank you so much for watching, sharing and liking my videos, and for subscribing to my channel, which really helps the channel grow, and me personally as a professionalist as well. So I wish you a wonderful, exciting, beautiful, pleasant and successful July. And take care of yourself. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.